Then they stay there. They stay at home in our compound, but not close to our house. And I remember my mom was cooking or the maid, and then we have to you know give them food. And usually they will be gone in the morning. They will be gone in the morning, in the days, because they were also looking for opportunity. They couldn't stay, like that. They were looking for opportunity to go somewhere else to find a job, maybe, or find another place to go. And that was very stressful and uh, stressful for them, because first of all they weren't French speaker, they were English speaker. They are from Liberia. They were from Liberia, and I think it was very difficult for them. And I don't know if they saw the conflicts in their country, but they seemed like it was like a rush situation. And they were situation in their country. And I remember there were two men. One of them was very nice, even if he couldn't communicate easily because of the English, and we were French speaker. Yeah. We are African, maybe have different languages also. Uh, One of them was very nice. He was like very grateful, and he had like a very open and very cheerful personality. The other one was more like a little bit like not. I don't know how to say. He was like not really. I didn't really feel like his energy, to be honest. Anyway, so I've learned from my mom that it's important to be there for people in time of trouble. And also, whenever she was working at the hospital, she will always take time to talk with the patient and to do the job that she had to do. I really, really learned from that. So I've learned this kind of value from my mom. But the life lesson that I've learned is still the next story I want to tell you now. I told you in my previous video about a country that is next to us, our neighbor country, Guinea Equatorial, the only Spanish-speaking country in Africa. Okay, and I told you that at the time they had a president, Francisco Marcias Guema, who was known to be a dictator, and who was definitely making the population not very at ease or very safe. Obviously, you had many people from Equatorial Guinea who was leaving their country to go to countries like mine. And it will be interesting to know the history of the country when it comes to presidency in politics, because I think um, because I was curious to know, because I told you about the article that I read from his daughter who talked about her life. You can go back to my previous video, and people were just calling him Marcias, Marcias. So I was young, but I heard a lot about him, and I didn't understand why there were many people from Guinea Equatorial in my country. But my parents explained that to me. My mom, she had a foot, on her father's side, because on her father's side from Guinea Equatorial. So I explained to you that yes, there was like a mostly like a desire to be more inclined to, I won't say helping, but there was an attachment in some ways, because I told you the same ethnic group is also found there in Guinea Equatorial, in Cameroon, some in Congo, Sao Tome. That's what I say in my blog, that it's very special because it's not something common to see that same ethnic group is set in like a same geographic area of the continent. I explain that to you. So my parents, because I told you in my previous video that my father had a big land also in the village. He was really interested to do a farm as beside his job. He was passionate about it because he also saw, when he was living in Ivory Coast, he saw how, farmers were working like they were very smart people, intellectual, but they were also farmers. And Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast is very well known for also this aspect, that you have successful people who were also farmers, because I think the president, Houphouët-Boigny, have really encouraged, that aspect of the population, you know, farmers, plantation, stuff like that. And they produce a lot of cocoa. I think they are one of the best cocoa we have in the world, and they are producer of cocoa. That big, very fine brand name of cocoa or chocolate actually take cocoa from Ivory Coast. So yeah, so we had to hire a number of people to work at the big farm that my father had, but also in our home. Among these people were young men. There was a young man, and the story wasn't told by my mom herself, okay? The story was told by the man. So there was a young man who was a teenager, because according to the story, he had he won his high school diploma. But the system, nepotism, all these things at the time, you understand that what happened is, at the time of Macias, they were, when they were children, people of their system, of the political system, like countries in Africa, like mine and stuff. When you are a family member of these people in power, you have all the opportunity possible, easily, okay, and usually, and easily. And what happened to him? They stole his high school, his exam, his result, and they gave it to a child that wasn't supposed to be there, because he was a child of a family member of these people ruling the country. That's how they managed to give him. They took away his high school diploma. So he was very disappointed.